Hello, welcome to another video from 10x Investor Education. Today, I would like to talk about another favorite penny stock of the week, Innodata. The symbol is INOD. It's a $60 million revenue per year company with $200 million market cap. So let's look into the details of the company. First of all, this is not an advice to buy this company. So I'm not your financial advisor. Please talk to a financial advisor before buying any other stock. So please click the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any notifications. So as soon as I buy new position, I try to tweet, and if there is quarter results, I try to tweet so that exactly you know what's going on. So RK 10x investing, that is where I tweet. So I love to find penny stocks that are cash cows, but not just penny stocks that go on momentum. So I want them to go by 5 to 10x in a few years. So some of the penny stocks, these all used to be my penny stocks just a few years back. So Darling International, Tempur-Pedic, iRobot, these are all trading like at few million dollars, few $100 million just a few years back. And now these are like few billion dollars worth of companies, almost went up by 10 to 15 times. So I look for penny stocks that actually cash cows and that can grow at a decent rate and produce cash. So anytime a penny stocks becomes profitable and growing at 5 to 10, 15% rate, that becomes a value stock. So that's what I look for those companies. So if you look at here, so what is Innodata? So if you look at here, so Innodata is a digital service solutions company, and basically what they do is, so DDS segment provides a various services such as data acquisition, transformation, and enrichment at a scale. Okay, so for example, for medical records, they have an application known as Synodex segment delivers a software. So a lot of their applications are delivered as software as services are known as SaaS, platform managed services digital transformation for medical data. Similarly, they have different SaaS platforms and different industries, and they make a decent money on these SaaS platforms. As you can see here, as soon as they announced quarter results just few days back, I tweeted saying it's a risky but my favorite stock, a small cap, which has a very good quarter, and that's when I bought more Innodata on March 11th. And as you can see here, so based on the good quarter results, what can happen? So it was like around $5 on March 8th and went to 5, 6, 7, close to $8 already. So this is kind of a potential I'm looking for in a small cap or actually penny stock that has huge potential as to grow. So I'm no way saying buy at $8 or $8.50, but I bought as soon as the quarter results came around here. I bought more stock, and when at $8, I some of them I sold covered calls. So this is I see potential. They beat the quarter recently and they are becoming profitable. I see some of these companies as growing, and especially COVID helped them a lot because a lot of them are driven by AI and artificial intelligence. Okay, so let's look into Innodata, what they do. So if you look at here, the solutions they offer, basically if you do not know or know, they manipulate the data with their services. Okay, so annotate the data, transform the data, actually acquire data from different companies and applies a lot of things, data curation and intelligent automation. So a lot of companies they have to do this because of either legal formalities and other contractual obligations. So on each, if you look at here for medical record data, they have a platform. Similarly, for media, they have different platform. So we'll look into some of these and where the company is growing. So as you can see here, we make the data for world's most valuable companies. And as you can see here, the data annotation, I'll show what is data annotation and data transformation and data curation. So this is where basically they manipulate data so that they can be used for multiple purposes. So data annotation. So basically there are around so lot of people working on production grade platforms. Okay. So basically what they do is they annotate data and for high quality training and accelerate AI and machine learning. So the most important piece in AI in machine learning is you need to have high quality of data, because AI is nothing but actually you are tuning but annotating the data. So how do they annotate the data? So with this annotation of data, what text, images, audio, video files, they add metadata so that they can be easily searched and found and linked. Okay, so this is where they use that in different industries, and main one of the main revenue generating product known as Synodex. So it is used by a lot of companies to actually for medical recording processing purposes, and they have to do this to actually to deal with their financial obligations. So if you look at Synodex, is in again a SaaS service. So basically, what they do is they take the medical information, and then what are the physician transcript, and they process that and they use that for information as a PDF record for underwriting. Clients depend on medical information to make critical business decisions. Okay, so basically what they do is, and it helps them underwriting expenses, speeding the processes, avoiding new hiring, improving consistency, quality of the underwriting decisions. So what they do is we provide you with extracted data in XML, the result of the faster cycle, improved underwriting and operational business advantages. So if you look at some of the things, for example, for COVID, if you listen to for a few seconds, you'll get a better idea what they do.
Is to a large degree because of the role that AI can play. So using AI and large amounts of data, researchers have been able to target billions of drug compounds against COVID-19 proteins in just a matter of days, drastically reducing the time it would have taken to analyze possible treatments without AI. And this means we get to the finish line in a much shorter amount of time than we ever would have thought to imagine. And there's another element here at work too. Using AI, scientists can process what's called real-world data. So before AI, the focus was on more limited and controlled clinical data. But with AI, examining real-world data means examining medical records of patients not in clinical trials, lab reports, imagery, digital output of wearables and other devices, and then connecting the dots to identify high-risk patients based on underlying medical conditions like heart disease, diabetes, age, BMI, by hints and chest X-rays and CT scans. It means understanding the spread of disease, understanding the effectiveness of our responses, and finding possible new therapies.
So let's learn about what Innodata is doing specific.
So if you understand, there was so much of AI processing went on in finding which which components of the medication will be used in COVID medications. So a lot of this AI data manipulation was done in COVID, finding the COVID vaccines. It's not just COVID vaccines, so they take millions of journals articles and they annotate the data and make it a rich data for artificial and machine learning processing. So if you look at here, for example, Innodata is a leading data engineering company. Today announced it expanded its capabilities to support large-scale robotics, artificial intelligence in nature research, Dexia Robotics. So if you know anybody know Dexia Robotics, they are the one who came up with AI kitchen robot. I'll show in a second. So if you look at it here, so they process thousands of images for the machine to recognize what is a vegetable, what is a cheese, what is a carrot, what is a meat. So then with artificial machine learning processing, so this robot basically picking different ingredients and calculating weight of the salad it's making, and it will replace the human at some point, so that when everything is ready it can make based on the specification that you order, it can make the salad for you. So basically you understand the power of, for it to know what is what, they have to process the data, add a lot of annotation, curation to this data to recognize for this machine to work. And if you look at Innodata is a small company, but if you look at here, millions of shares are held by big company. I mean ETFs, lot of ETFs and other companies, BlackRock, Vanguard. So it is a well diversified small cap, or rather a penny stock that has a lot of mutual fund holdings, and at the same time it's the potential to grow. So in my view, I think this is one of the best micro cap or like penny stock that happened this week, and it's going up with their quarter results, and I am proud to own this company, and I am holding on to this company for a long term, for to see 200, 300, 400 billion dollar company. So hopefully you like this format of weekly penny stock that I own, and hopefully it gives you good information. Please click the like button and see you on my next video again. Thank you.